new survey of college students shows a majority of them don't feel ready for a real-world job.
The survey polled more than 32,000 current college students at 43 four-year institutions. You know, people are paying a lot of money to go to these schools, and the survey only found about a third thought they had the skills and knowledge they need to succeed on a job market. I think parents often think we're sending a young person off to college, and the goal is to get them out of my house.
Yep.
They're going to get a job, and that's right, the JOB is what you're going for. I think you get a lot of other things out of a college experience. It's not a trade school exactly. You're not directly going to get a job.
Yes.
That said, Susan Elizabeth, when you major in whatever you major in, I think there is an expectation that you'll have the tools you need.
I think there is, but we don't have specific tools, I feel like, when we graduate from college, most of us, about writing the actual resume, making calls to adults, selling yourself. Those are the things that I think we could really help people with to kind of parlay those skills.
Kylie, I was surprised in this survey, STEM majors, your science, technology, engineering, math.
The hot industry.
That's the hot industry. You would think their education would be the most technical, the most that would directly prepare them for the real world.
Yeah, that it would translate a little bit easier.
Only 62% said they feel ready for a job.
You know, I'm surprised, honestly, that it's not higher, or that it's not lower, that more people aren't worried about this, because college isn't a job. It is giving you that background and those preparations. I think internships do a lot to prepare you when you actually get to go and experience it. But you know what, like, no matter what, there's always going to be those anxieties with not only going from college to a job, going from one job to another job.
Business students, there's about 50% who agreed their major would lead to a good job. Only 40% of liberal arts majors, which I think makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
you think, you know what, I'm not majoring in art history because I want a job as an art historian. It's because my parents have a lot of money and let me go major in art history. And then I'll do something else afterwards. Some keys to success they found, and this is interesting. And this is where maybe you look at our colleges and say, they are failing if these things aren't happening. So one is to speak often with faculty or staff about career options. And I know, like, we all majored, I also majored in political science as well as broadcast journalism. But in political science,
what do you do with that?
You know,
do you have those conversations? Like,
nobody ever asked about
so
that. Some wanted to be elected, or someone
just to get that background.
Or whatever. But
I know at our university, I went to University of Colorado, it was mandatory that you had to meet with your advisor at least once a semester. Whether or not those meetings are productive, I think does fall back on you, the student.
But
it's not
on
the
your
advisor's
career
job.
path specifically.
Yes, it should be more about that, I think. No, we just had to meet, so I think it needs to be
what were you talking
about? More specified.
Yeah, so we just talk about, okay, what classes, how are you feeling, are you on track? There should be more of a focus, and I think that students need to take it on themselves to do it.
We've seen this with interns who come here and ask us, like, well, how do you interview for a job, or what is your resume tape? And you're like, wow, they don't teach you that at all, and they don't. So
they don't. And
it's a wake-up call.
One big thing I see for successful people is college kids, they know how to talk to adults. And they know that adults know more than them.
Right.
A little humility.